And so excited. I have butterflies in my stomach. So today I'm going to talk about a remedy for burnout. Um, so first, let's hear from you all. Please raise your hand and point with one finger if you've experienced stress, if you've experienced weariness, which is like tired and you don't want to do anything, and 3 or more fingers if you've had a burnout. Okay, wow. So we're all in the same boat here, right? And it's great to have a community that understands us and can empathize. That's why I love the Angular community. I'm sure also other communities are so great in such a way, but we've all experienced these things. And everybody goes through some hard time, whether it's because of work, family, friends, lockdowns. Where's my slide here? Okay. We all know the situation, right? And it's okay. It's really okay. It's part of life, but it's important to recognize it at least one moment just before you snap, okay? So try to look at yourself and see what you're feeling, and it's okay to have these feelings, be with these feelings, and recognize them, and actually that's also part of what works to get through this. So I just need to say I'm not an expert on this subject. I'm not a physician or a doctor. I'm not a designer. And I can only talk from my own experience and from what I hear from others. So I'll share with you my story. But first, before that, here are some suggestions that may help, that you may have heard about. So first of all, meditation, mindfulness. Is there anybody here who's practicing meditation or mindfulness or things like this? Yeah, not a lot. It's really hard to get into the habit of it. You need to start, and it takes time until you understand what you're supposed to do, how your brain is supposed to work and everything. And it's hard to do this on a regular basis. Now, you can also do some workout. Who's doing workout on a regular basis? Okay, more of you. Okay, it's a bit easier, but and also you can do kind of a combination of the two. So I really like going to yoga classes or watch yoga on YouTube, but it's hard to make a new habit out of it, especially if you're already on the verge. So other things that can help immediately, eat chocolate, make chocolate. Okay, we know about some people who, after a burnout, just decided to quit their job and become chocolate makers. Or you can make other things, just cooking at home. You can go out for a walk in the nature, alone by yourself, or with the family. You can listen to music. That's actually very important. I found that I forget to turn on the music. I forget that I have the devices and to listen to the music that I love. so pay attention to this. So you can listen to music. You can also play music if you can. Do you recognize these dudes over here? Okay. Another important thing is to get some sleep. Okay. Now, in general, it's really important to sleep. Just think about working on a bug late at night. Maybe you're trying to resolve something in the auxiliary Angular router or in some reactive form, and you say, okay, yeah, I'm almost there, and it's getting till the middle of the night, and you don't really solve it, right? You just get really, really tired. When do you actually solve this bug? In the morning, after you got some sleep and your brain could process what you're going through, process all the debugging stuff that you've seen. After you get some sleep, then you have a clear and fresh mind, and you finally get the results. So just skip the whole thing of staying late at night. It's not good for you. Just go back home, go back to your bed in a normal hour, and just know that it will come to you in the morning. Sleep is so important in so many levels. Yeah. And of course, there are many other healthy options to deal with it. You know, shopping, having a nice dinner, drinking, and talking about it in a safe space is always helpful. So I feel like I'm in a safe space right now, and I want to tell you about my breakdowns and burnout in the past 2 years, and what has helped me get through them. And also I will share with you my quick fix for any moment that you feel stress. Yes, there is a quick fix. So let me shortly introduce myself. I'm Shmuela. I work at Microsoft as a cloud developer advocate. Now, my job is to work with the community and for the web developers community. So most of the time, it actually doesn't really feel like work, and that's really wonderful, and I love it. I'm the founder of ngGirls, where we organize free workshops for women where they learn Angular with the help of volunteering mentors. And I'm a GD in web technologies and Angular. Now, first and foremost, I'm an ngMom. And this is my perfect family in a perfect photo. And here's a more realistic one. My ngBoy, Nadav, is 3.5 years old. And maybe you've known him as ngBaby, like 3.5 years ago. And now the new ngBaby, Asaf, he's 1 year old, 1 year and 4 months old. And this is ReactDad, Chagai. And if you're asking, no, him being a ReactDad is not part of the stress at home. It does not cause any stress at home. On the contrary, it's really nice. So I'll tell you about my burnout story. Almost 2 years ago, I had a plan for interesting and exciting things to do at work. I really had a lot of motivations, and I already had a flight ticket to ngConf. And then, of course, came COVID, right? Now, I managed to have one last ngGirls workshop in person here in Tel Aviv. But then, we had the first lockdown. I was pregnant with Asaf, and we had Nadav at home, and it didn't feel so bad. I had a lot of fun with Nadav, and especially I could see him grow and develop new skills. Like he started saying Angular, and he's saying ngGirls. And every day there was like a new word and a new trick that he was doing, and it was really wonderful. And of course, I had the support from my company that supported all the employees throughout the lockdowns. Now, if you remember, it was around Passover, and I believe everybody started being really creative in the kitchen. Now, at least a bit more creative than our usual. And like I mentioned, it's a good way to relieve stress. And the lockdown actually made many people a lot more productive, especially those who work on computers, like developers, right? And unless you have little kids. Now, who knows what I'm talking about? Yeah. So we had an online workshop for ngGirls, but I didn't really have a chance to concentrate on anything with Nadav nearby. So I tried out a new hobby, cardboard carpentry. Okay, making not carpets, but furniture, furniture from cardboard. Now, I could work on it while watching over Nadav. So I created this bookcase for him, my own design. And I was eager to use the bookcase, and eventually I lost interest in finishing it. So it's still used until today. This is how it looks now. And yeah, I know what you think, that I really got to throw it away. But back in the time, it did keep me busy and happy. So lockdown was over, and we had fun outside, and I could hang out with my friends. And then Asaf was born at home. Yes, at home. It was planned. And, well, but that's going to be in a different lecture if you want. And we had a really, really nice summer. Maternity leave and new baby, and everyone was so wonderful. And then we had the holidays and another lockdown. But this time, this lockdown was more like a horror movie. So it started in a nice Saturday just before Yom Kippur. Nadav went out just for a short run. He wasn't violating any lockdown restrictions, don't worry, and he tripped and fell, and the pain didn't go away. Nadav broke his hip, and if you can't see it, these are two parts of one bone, okay? This was supposed to be like one part. And he had a cast called spica. It was over his whole leg and his waist and his other hip. And naturally, he couldn't walk, and we had to carry him around everywhere. But worse than that, we couldn't sleep. So we couldn't, he couldn't sleep, so we also couldn't really get that much sleep. And this was taking on my birthday, and luckily, Asaf was captured in this photo and some other photos, because I really don't remember where he was during this whole month. I just felt like a zombie. Now, don't worry, Nadav healed, and he's as good as new and doesn't remember anything, so that's okay. And the third lockdown came shortly after my maternity leave finished, and I was highly motivated. I had tons of ideas to work at my job, and then it came. And, well, we didn't have plans to travel anywhere. We just sat at home. And, you know, with little kids, you probably know that you get up and enjoy the sunrise. You get up very early in the morning. And I had such a nice time at our balcony. And I decided to start a new hobby. Now, again, I couldn't reach the computer, but I did have my phone, and I could work on anything that doesn't need close, continuous attention. So the idea came actually during the first lockdown, when we started fearing that food will end, and we need to learn how to grow our own vegetables. So I searched on YouTube, and I found this guy. Who knows this guy? Okay, some of you. I thought he was like super popular, that everybody knows him. His name is Nimrod Olef, and he moved from northern Israel, where he worked in agriculture, to somewhere in the center of Israel, and he's got a balcony, and he started teaching on YouTube how to grow vegetables and plants in the balcony. And by the way, just a few days ago, he published another video about recovering from some rough time, mostly for plants, but also for humans. So I started with just a few plants. Okay, just a little bit. Some that I bought, another from Kitchen Scrapes. So there's onions, Louisa, rosemary, basil, parsley, celery, cabbage, broccoli, kohlrabi, I don't know how you say that in English, and yeah, a bit more. And I really enjoyed sitting with the plants and taking care of them and looking for caterpillars and other insects. And about 2 months later, it was spring, and look how beautiful it is. It just grew, and it was amazing. We enjoyed eating the food, the cabbages, the broccoli, and why can't I move on? Yeah, and my kids helped me take care of the garden, unless they were taking it apart. And we had strawberries. Play video. Where's my video? Okay, yeah, we had strawberries, just a few here and there, now and then. And it was really, really, really nice to let Nadav pick them and eat them straight from the plant. It was really fun. We just had a few of them. But do you know what happens with strawberries during the summer? They have babies. Okay, so these babies are like direct clones of the original plant, and the plant sends out cords. Which I don't remember. How do you call the cord that you have with the baby? Okay, this. Yeah. So it's the same thing. It gets feed. It gets food from the mother, and it can just stay like this. But once you plant them or put them in water, they grow roots, and then you can detach them and have a new plant of strawberry. Okay. Oh, that's another video. So my plant started doing that. And more and more, and the babies had babies. Like a week after I planted them, they already had babies, and they had more babies, and sometimes they had like few babies in a row on one cord. We had so many babies, so many plant strawberry babies. More and more, and until they take up all the space in your balcony. And that's only from one plant of strawberry. And I'm looking forward to see how many strawberries we'll have this winter from all of these. And I have more than that, but it kind of took over my whole balcony. Okay, so overall, the kids are really happy, and that's what keeps me going. And even when they flood the balcony and wet all the passerbys. And well, you know, survival lockdowns is really a state of mind, letting go of any aspirations of being productive. And of course, it helps having flexibility and support at your job. But yeah, still, it is tough. It is really tough, and there are some stressful times during the lockdowns, of course. What good is that I learned a lot about myself, about my needs and my limits. And then I look at my sister, and she has 4 kids, 2 sets of twins, and you know, you need some proportion in life. And happy birthday, Rachel, it's your birthday today. Enjoy it with your family. So, you know, lockdowns are artificial, and maybe they'll be over the near future. We won't have any more lockdowns, that's okay. But the real story is the burnout that was starting to build up afterwards, peaking with a stressful summer. And I'll tell you the sequence of events that I kind of tried to profile my productivity in my life. So I'll go over it quickly because we're short in time. The lockdown was over. I was expecting to be very productive, but you can't really just go ahead and be like yourself. You need time to recover. And then we were looking for a nanny, and the nanny wasn't, like, she needs time to learn, okay? I was expecting her to just take care of everything right away, and that didn't happen. And after she finally got hold of how to take care of herself, she said she needs to quit early because she's a student and blah, blah. And so all my plans for really good work were really didn't go through, and I really wanted to show a lot of be exceptional at work after that. So I just did like big plans about with HackaLearn, doing lots of workshops and making people reproduce these workshops by themselves and everything. So I really expected to work really hard on a lot of things during the summer when everything did work out with the kids, but you can't really do that. And during the summer there were mainly three things that their combination was like really, really bad for me. The summer heat, stomach illness that I probably got from my kids, and it just was throughout the whole summer and into the holidays afterwards, and stress. So the stress came from trying to organize many workshops and create the content from them, and I had high expectations from my manager and so on. And also miscommunication with the team, with the managers, and I tried to explain them that I need all of September off because of holidays, but they had a bug in the system that just didn't show the September holidays in the system. So everything, I was really, really stressed. Like when I did workshops, I was like in a high in adrenaline, but then I was so tired and I couldn't sleep at night and I cried a lot, and of course my stomach went crazy and I lost a lot of weight. And you really need to take care of yourself if you have things that are important to you, things that you like to do, whether it's family or community or your job. First of all, it's about you, because if you're not okay, then everything else depends on you being at least functional enough, and you need to take care of yourself to do that. And so during those moments of stress, I found a few things that helped me instantly, and anybody can do this with ingredients you probably already have at home. Come on. Okay. And the whole thing shouldn't take more than 3 minutes. And I'm going to go over the steps briefly, and I hope that you can stay here and practice it together afterwards. So first, breathing. When you're in stress, your breath is short and stressful, and when you force it to slow down, it calms down your whole body, and the stress hormones go away, kind of evaporate, and it also makes you pause and just take a moment for yourself and clearing up your mind a little bit. So you can breathe like 3 deep breaths or more, whatever makes you feel better. Second, gratitude. Being in a state of gratitude, that's saying thank you for some things that you're thankful for right now. Okay, so even when you force yourself into it, there are positive hormones and stuff, that start flowing inside your body, and they just kick away the stress hormones and the stress mindset, and it's like shining a light into a dark room. Okay, so no darkness can exist this way. And the third step is really important, not only for getting over stress, but also for your productivity and motivation. At your free time, think about, like not when you're in stress, think about what you're here for in this world. What is your message to the world? What is your mission? It can be about family, community, the earth. What is your purpose in life right now? And it can change. It's okay if it changes over time. You can definitely change it. Whenever you feel that you've lost your way, either because of stress or just weariness or laziness, just think about your mission. Write it somewhere where you can always access it and gain it back, read it to gain back your clarity. And the bonus is a power pose. Do you know the power pose? Okay, like this. Oh, I actually forgot to do this. I really like doing it before I go on stage. And I actually forgot to do this now because I was trying to deploy my application, which didn't work. But you know, just try it out. It just gives you energy and it helps. It's not just fake it till you make it. It's really something about this pose that really turns on the energy in your body. And you can do this while thinking about your mission. So just like for 10 seconds, no more. So before we try it out together, I need to thank the people who taught me these techniques. I learned about gratitude and clarity from the Lifehack Tribe, and this is a program. I don't get anything from them for saying that, actually. I just really wanted to thank them. It's a program by a couple who just, they give really great methods and tips to help you achieve your goals. And their motto is, live like no one else, so you can live like no one else. So just do everything that you really want to do in life together with your job, and they tell you how to do it. And breathing is, of course, taught by everybody, but especially I got a good focus at it from Efrat Wolfson, who teaches how to live a life of passion. Now, my time is up, but I really wanted to take a moment and do this together. So I actually created an application. Which direction is my screen? Here it is. Okay. So, like I said, I didn't manage to deploy it yet, but it's gonna be on remedy.shmuel.me. And then after I work on it a little bit, it will save your data if you want, and at least locally. Okay, so are you ready to start? Okay, so start. First, this doesn't work. Breathe. Oh, wait, I have this here. This should work. Okay, this one. Okay, so 5 deep breaths, and think about, while you're taking air in and taking it out, think about the air taking all the bad stuff, the bad energy, the low energy, the stress out of your body. Okay, now 5 more breaths to take good energy inside. Okay, think about good moments. Think about good weather. Think about Angular and community. The things that you love about Angular. Breathe in and breathe out slowly. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, by the way, when it's going to be deployed, it's already on GitHub, so you can already use it and download it. You can adjust the pace of your breath. Next, express gratitude for 3 things. So one by one. Okay, say I'm thankful for something, and why am I thankful for it? Okay, so it really sticks. I'm really thankful for being at AngularUP. I really love being in touch with the community in person. I'm grateful for my job that supported me. Microsoft really supported the employees very, very well during the COVID crisis, the lockdowns, and I can tell you more about it if you like. I'm really, really grateful for my wonderful family and my husband who's taking care of the kids today so I can be with a free mind. And he really supports me in everything that I do. These are my 3 things. Think about your 3 things. And now think about your mission, okay? You're gonna write your mission down here and it's gonna save it when I actually do this feature. And you will be able to look at your mission every time. My mission at the moment, I want to inspire people to achieve more, to do what they love, to actually focus and go ahead and just do what they love. If it's Angular, then I'm going to help them with Angular because that's what I know. But if it's anything else, I will support them any way that I can. This is my mission. That's it. Thank you for staying just a few more minutes with me. Thank you so much.